Have something you would like to light up with me. If you have something you want to power on, turn it on. I'm here again to talk and express myself because we gotta express ourselves sometimes. Maybe some people don't, and good for you, I'm glad for you. But I gotta express myself, I gotta really just. Anyways, so what is the meaning of life, right? That's one of the most popular questions in humanity. Now, to me, the meaning of life is it's about experience. The Big Bang Theory, they had a kind of a point. There was kind of like there's a perspective on it. But I don't necessarily believe in the Big Bang Theory. But I understand what it's trying to say. The creation of everything. There was a point when we were all one. Unity consciousness. Unity or something. God, you know? And in order for God to experience different things, it separated itself and created dimensions. Now, in like the first dimension, you can be like, I guess like a rock, blade of grass. I don't really know. A rock, blade of grass, you know, but we're here in the third dimension. And we're experiencing life on Earth. There's people in the fourth dimension. There's beings in the fourth dimension, the fifth dimension, 8, 12. There's beings with, you know what I mean, experiencing different things. But you got to be in that dimension to experience that. And the whole point of it all is just experience. It's really nothing too crazy. All it is source energy wanting to have different experiences and have different lessons and learn different things and experience different things. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, I just want you to understand my mindset a little bit. One of the experiences I've had is experiencing bisexuality. Now, a lot of bisexuals, well, honestly, I don't know. I can only speak from my experience. Now, this is how it worked for me. Initially, I came out as homosexual. Then I later edited that to bisexual. That's how it went for me. I think a lot of people have the opposite way. I didn't. But maybe I'm wrong. Let me have some water. Experiencing bisexuality from that angle has been interesting. I remember everybody making such a big fuss that I was gay. Let me say this part first. I've had attraction for women before at a young age. Let me just say that part first before I came out as gay. It's just that you kind of brush these things to the side and you kind of just go with what everybody's telling you to do. There's a lot of pressure on coming out, first of all. So I have had a crush on a girl. I have asked a girl out in middle school and I have gotten rejected before. So I remember that experience. Cried about it. You know what I mean? I remember that. But then along the way, I also found attraction in guys too. And I just figured, oh, well, I must be gay then. You just figure you must be gay because, yeah, forget about that thing you had for that girl. That wasn't real. Now this real thing is coming out of you and you're really gay, actually. And And then you kind of just like, okay, well, now I gotta come out. Now I gotta let everybody know what's going on. That's just the vibe. That was the vibe back then. And I did that at about eighth grade. Eighth grade. I'm 29 years old now. So I came out, right? Cool. Now later on in life, that I've expanded myself, and I'm experiencing. Remember that I'm experiencing different things, and unlike a lot of people, I don't stick to the same story I always told about myself. A lot of people have this bad, where they have this thing where they have to they have to stick to what they told everybody they were. Because otherwise, then they feel like, well, that means I'm a fraud, right? But in reality, I realized everybody's pretending. A lot of RuPaul, I don't know much about RuPaul, but I heard him say something one time. I don't watch the show at all, but I've heard this quote. I think it's from him. He said, everybody wears drag. I don't know if that's the full quote, but basically it's saying everybody's putting on. There's another thing, the man with three hearts. You know what I mean? Look that up. It's from a show I heard, and it made a point. The man with three hearts, or like three faces or something. You got the one heart, you show everybody else. You got one heart, you show your closest loved ones. And then you have one heart or face you just keep to yourself. And that, when you keep to yourself, you might think to yourself, oh, now I want to drink tea. But I already told everybody I'm a coffee person, so I gotta still say, oh, I'm still a coffee person, right? I'm still a coffee person. And then you got everybody questioning you like, oh, you're drinking a lot of tea now. Why are you drinking a lot of tea? Like, I thought you were a coffee person. I am still a coffee person. I am. Oh, you're drinking a lot of tea. And they're like letting you know about your own life and your own past and stuff. And then it's like, well, yeah, today I'm a tea person. It's about experience. We're experiencing. You can play, you can touch, you can feel the fabrics of life. You don't have to just do one thing. I have a close friend of mine. She moved to wherever she moved to, you know what I'm saying? And she wants to do something different, So people, you can chase the fabrics of life. You don't always have to. Now, if you want to do that and it fits how you are and it fits, everything's aligned, of course, continue on. But you don't have to always tell people the same story you always told about yourself. And I'm really good at that because I've experienced. Anyways, now the next point is I opened my mind. The reason when I decided to embrace bisexuality, I was at the gym one day, and I don't know, I felt it. Like, I just felt like this girl was hot as fuck. I don't know what it was. And I embraced it. That's the thing. That's where I say I allowed myself to touch and feel the fabrics. Like, I just embraced it. I don't know if it's because of TV shows I was watching. I don't know what it was exactly. I don't know if it's because I'm in the gym. Also, I've been having experiences. At that point, I was like having experiences where women were starting to find me attractive, which was a weird experience because you never really think too much about it. You never really think, oh yeah, I'm trying to be attractive for women. You never really thought that before. But I realized how much I do enjoy that feeling. And then I enjoyed feeling it back towards them. And I'm not saying I want to marry everybody or fuck everybody. I'm just saying a general attraction, how I would feel for any other human male, that I'm attracted to. It's like, oh, okay, I see what's going on here. And when I actually came full circle with my sexuality and I actually had sex multiple times and stuff like that with vaginas, I I was like, wow, this is great. This is awesome. This is like a whole new experience, a whole new fabric. But then I couldn't help but think, I'm like, damn, is this what everybody's making a fuss about? Not the sex, but you guys were giving me such a hard time when I came out of the closet. And now I like women too. So now what? I almost get this feeling of like, well, what do you have to say now? I did what you asked me to do. And that's not why I did it. Mind you, I'm a rebellious person, a rebellious spirit. I don't care what my parents think. They know this too. Love them though. You know? Well, I care what they think. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do at the end of the day. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, obviously, I respect their advice and counsel, but I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. At the end of the day, if it's something where I see, okay, I can take that information, I'll use it. I'll use it. And if I don't want to, I don't. And I'm just like, wow, like, okay, like, I don't know. It just felt like this would make my mom happy. I had this feeling also. I'm like, okay, this is like the fuss. Okay, well, this has been done. And that's basically my kind of bisexual story and how I've come around to that. And I will say it took me a while to be fully comfortable with it in myself, because I think you get so tethered to who you were in a past present moment, and when a past now moment, and I only live in the now. And now it is what it is. Now is now. Now is here. You know, you can go to my past and you can say, well, you were like this and you're like this. You're more feminine even. You know what I'm saying? But that has nothing to do with now. It doesn't, because I was once a tea person. Now I'm a coffee and a tea person. So there's that. What now? Anyways, that's my bisexual story, so to speak, my kind of bisexual, which is, I know, a unique one, because a lot of people come out as bisexual first normally, and then, yeah, that's it. But I will say, being bisexual is weird. Like, you notice these things, and it's like, first of all, let me start with this. My female friends definitely treat me different now.